Now, today, I just want to talk about, I just published a article on my website called Where to Allocate Capital. It's just an answer to a question people ask me, and then when they get the advice, they think, oh, the guy's crazy. Never mind, we'll ask someone else maybe. So, but it shows exactly where I've got my savings at the moment and where I've deployed my spare capital. I'm not a super wealthy man or anything, but I've read The Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham and Human Action by Ludwig von Mises. Actually, I haven't finished Human Action. I've read lots of Austrian economic stuff. I've read Money Sound and Unsound by Joseph Salerno from the Mises Institute in Auburn, Alabama. And Chris Leithner wrote a book called The Evil Princes of Martin Place, talking about the Central Bank of Australia. So I've read a fair few books on the subject on how to allocate and where to allocate capital and how to be a prudent investor. And I'm by no means a professional investor, but I'm erring on the side of safety. I've got 47%, this is a guess, 47% of my savings is in silver within a kilometre of my house. That's how much I trust the system, it's probably not enough. I might lose the lot. I might lose electricity forever and never get the stocks back. Who knows? But even the mid-tier mining stocks, they are bought with the value investor frame of mind rather than the speculation frame of mind. So they're paying me a dividend. They've got good management teams. They got a PE ratio of 15 or less, around about 15 or less. Good cash flow. Yeah, some of them have got paying dividends of 9%. Some of them only 4%. Now remember that 9% means that you're going backwards by 1 to 4% a year because inflation's more than 10%. We know that. You put energy and housing back in the inflation figures and food, and you'll easily have 15% inflation. So, 9% means I'm going backwards less than other people. That's all. But saving in silver, if you think of things in Australian dollars even if you want to just save for a deposit for a house, that's all you want to do. If you save in silver, you don't go backwards. Because the Australian dollar is such a bad measurement. It's such an unstable thing. I mean, look at how many more dollars you need to buy fuel than you did a year ago, or 2 years ago. So you've got double the amount of dollars to buy a litre of fuel than what you were in 2015, say 7 years ago. You've got 10 times the amount of dollars to buy a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in town on 800 squares than you used to in 1985. 10 times the amount of dollars. So you've saving in dollars, mug's game. And please, I don't think 2 minutes ahead. I think 10 years, 20 years ahead all the time. And I look back 20, 30, 40, 100, 5,000 years back. Because the great thing is I can't look too far into the future, and I can only make a judgment on the future. But I can read history and I can see the past a lot clearer. Now it's not perfectly clear like we got it on video, but the records from the past teach us what's going to happen in the future, and the future's here now. But anyway, so don't worry about saving in Australian dollars. If you're just saving for a deposit for a house, even if you want to buy a property, which over time will always hold its value. You don't want to overpay for property today and wait 20 years just to get the nominal figure back. That's you want to keep up with inflation, but you don't want to buy property in the wrong time. Now there's places in the world where you could buy property cheap and get a good return. Medellin in Colombia is good. Bogota in Colombia, Very good. Nice and cool there too. I'd like to go there because you wear your suit, wear your long pants, wear your nice clothes, and it's not unusual. 'Cause I like to walk around the paddock with a nice set of clothes on. I'm just a bit weird like that. But if you save in silver, you don't go backwards. Now, people say, "Oh, I should have bought Bitcoin," like at 10 cents or $5 or whatever it was. And I saw it there when it was that. And I did have a little run on it. I bought it at $700 and I sold it at $3,000, I think, three to three and a half. Made a profit and went, yeah, that was fun. But I only it's digital nothing. And so, yes, it's gone up to whatever it was, 75,000 US or Australian. I'm not sure which. And it's down at, I don't know, 30,000 US now or 40,000 Australian, whatever it is. Like the volatility just makes me go, oh, okay. Some of you had a good little ride on it and you bought a yacht out of it or something. But I just won't touch it because the chances of it going to zero are so high, and the fact that it's so volatile, I like the stability. For all these smarty pants Bitcoin millionaires, I like the stability, thanks. And they can poke fun at me for being a silver bug and say, good luck being poor. But over the last 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, I mean, you can't even go back that far with Bitcoin and compare anything. It's a nothing. All those cryptos are nothing unless they're backed by a piece of silver or gold in a vault, kinesis, But so... yes, you could have ridden a bubble up and made some dollars out of Bitcoin. And that's the only reason anyone owns it. It's a gamble on a piece of light. It's a gamble on a blip. You may as well bet on 2 flies crawling up the wall. So I'll take the stability of silver every time, and I'll save in silver if I want to aim for something. If I want to then use that and transfer it into another asset class, I'll use silver every time. Because if you bought at the peak of Bitcoin and you wanted to use it to buy some real estate now and you've lost about half of it, you wouldn't be too impressed, would you? There'd be a lot of people out there that bought it at the peak. They listen to Max Kaiser. It's going to be 100,000 by Christmas. I don't think so, mate. As soon as they start saying that, it's bullshit. It's ready to go bang, pop. And it has. It's popped. So it may be in a trough for years and years and years, and then it may go for another big squirt up to 1 million. But what are we talking about? We're talking about the Bitcoin to dollar ratio. Well, the dollar's losing its value quicker and quicker and quicker. So who really gives a rat's how many Bitcoins buy $1 now? Stay away from it. It's volatile. It's fake. It's bullshit. That's all. Yeah, I think the audience knows that you buy real stuff, hey? I mean, yeah, I got to eat. I can eat okay, no problem. And I live the life of Riley. I don't have a lot of expenses. By design, I have no debt. And I have a very cheap rental out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the inflation. And if you're saving in silver, you pray for it. Bring it on. Bring on that inflation. That's what I say. And if you go to that freedomonline.blog and look up and search for where to allocate capital, have a read of it, see what you think. Most people that ask my financial advice, which I'm not allowed to give because thankfully I'm not a financial advisor. I have no tickets, thankfully. I haven't been brainwashed. But I wonder when they read it, they must think, yeah. I wonder if anyone acts on it, if they actually do it. Or they just sit back with their digits in the Commonwealth bank account or their NAB bank account or their Wells Fargo bank account and they go, gee, that sounds a bit conspiratorial, or it sounds a little bit, you know, what am I going to do with these lumps of silver? So I wonder how many people really take any notice. And the less people take notice, the better it is for those of us that stack silver. So don't be disheartened. Be a little bit excited if 95% of the population thinks a certain way. I don't think it is 95 anymore. I think there's a lot of people buying real estate because they don't know, you know, they don't know how to buy silver or think it's a bit crazy or whatever. But yeah, as long as there's a good proportion of the population that are the sheep, that are the brainwashed, that are going to move the wrong way, you know, us contrarians, us silver stackers, we can take advantage of it. I met a guy that's got a big load of gold, and he said, yeah, fuck them. if they can't wake up, they're the reason that we're going to benefit from it. If you convinced them all of what was going on, there'd be no big gains coming down the track. There wouldn't be, you know, going from 300 ounces of silver to buy a car to 10 ounces of silver to buy a car. You know, that's what you're looking for. And unless the shit hits the fan, you don't get that. You don't get that. So you gotta just let the sheep do what they do. Keep watching Channel 7 and 9 and 10 and ABC, you guys, because we need you to be asleep. Anyway, hope you have all a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.